All right, I have an amazing one for you. This is the CCL. We're in week 3. We're in week 3 officially, okay? This is a tiny map free-for-all on Graupel. This was game 1, so everyone is for themselves. We have, I'll give you the cast of characters. OleCrookedWoody, obviously. Shadow, SammyDiamonds, Arbiter, Paul Parker, Sean, Ice, and Sharky Tank. All right? Woody's going for the middle dock, which actually is pretty good. On this map, I don't know if it even matters, but it's actually pretty good. Does delays town center a little bit. Everyone's sort of spreading out into different areas. So the way that this works with the CCL, basically, is you're going to get 1 point for every player that you finish ahead of. So this is 8 players here, so you're going to get 8 points if you come in first, 7 if you come in second, and so on and so forth. I could put up the actual, like, standings. I might do it this game. If not, I'll do it another game. There actually was 6 games played this last weekend. Insane. Just an insane amount of games. I'm happy that everyone's enjoying it. Everyone's having fun. Everyone is, getting excited about their points and how to play the game, and the different formats are fun. We've had team games. We've had free-for-alls. We've had, every team for themselves. Who is in this? Oh, it's a cow. We have a cow in Shadow's transport ship. Shadow, I like his starting spot. He went way to the back here. Graupel's a little crazy because it's nomadic start. So you want to find a good spot, but you also don't want to wait too long. Shadow did get his TC up the second latest. This looks partially built. Is this? I don't know why that looks so weird looking. Is that how they all look? So this has like a wood floor on this one. And here it's like a stone floor. That might just be a capture age glitch or something. That does not look built. Yeah, that is not built. What the heck? It must be a capture. It's 99.8%. That's efficiency. I'm lost. All right, let's pay attention to the game here. So if you were playing this game in this free-for-all, what would you do? I think me personally, I would turtle up and try to avoid everyone. But if you wanted to get kills, you want to attack early. So I think you need to fast Feudal. Adding too many fishing ships might be kind of crazy. Playing water might be kind of crazy. Because if you play water, it's not like a regular team game where you have like someone to defend you. It's more like someone attacks you on land and you're just dead because you might get double teamed. All I know is you don't want to be the first one out, right? You don't want to be that guy that loses immediately. But some people don't mind like being aggressive early and just letting themselves be vulnerable, because you kind of do get that like feeling of accomplishment for taking out another team. So if you take out another team first, it gives you a little bit of bragging rights, which I do appreciate that. Oh, let me hang on, because I'm not like streaming this. Let me turn off my chat overlay. There we go. We don't need that on there. I am thinking about maybe casting these on like live on Twitch or on YouTube instead of just recording it. I might do that for the next ones. Huh. That could be fun. I mean, what's the difference to me? It's the same thing. I'm just watching the game and talking, whether people are watching me or not. The only difference is in this format I can go and take a break. So in terms of the player base, right, Shadow and Arbiter are definitely the 2 highest players. Ice is very high as well. This is Ice down here. Ice playing as the Dravidians. There were some bans. I don't remember what they were offhand. I can put up on the screen maybe when I edit this. But there were some bans. I think it was Chinese. I'm trying to remember now. I think it was Chinese and Portuguese for sure. Then there was 2 more. A lot of walling going on. So, like, if this is your starting spot, this is a pretty good starting spot. You got 3 wood lines. You have the stone here. I mean, the gold here. Don't really have any stone. He's walling out his stone here. Missing this boar. This is Sean. Sean's also pretty solid player. Woody added some fishing. Sammy added some fishing. Sammy hasn't played in a while. I'm happy you joined. Same as a PS5 player. I think got second place in the PS5 tournament against Billy Down, who plays in another game. There was 2 lobbies set up, so it was actually this and another game going on at the same time. The other lobby, though, that was the Vulcan Loops lobby, and the first game took 200 minutes, and I'm going to cast that later because it's a big investment. All right, so most players are going up to Feudal Age pretty soon. This thing being, like, not showing that it's built to drive me crazy. Shadow playing as the Mongols. That shows what this villager's doing. This map doesn't look that tiny. Like, it is, but it doesn't look... It's not like... I guess compared to how it normally is, normally pretty huge. So I guess that makes sense, but... Like, everyone has their own TC. Everyone has their own little space. You have a wood line. You have about... I'd say everyone gets maybe 5 to 10 fishing holes to themselves. Who's this? Paul Parker. This is like a great starting spot. Usually you go on a wood line, but I kind of like this just being in the middle of all these little ponds, because that just gets you so much safe food. Still everyone's in Dark Age. We're at the 12-minute mark. In this game, I would think, because you have to build the TC, maybe around 14 minutes or so, you're probably going to see some Feudal Age here. Now, Arbiter has been crushing every game that they've been in. Arbiter is, like, very, very solid, and I think more strategic, I want to say, than a lot of the other players. Like, they're quick, they know how to play, they're good at everything, but they're also just, like, strategic. Look at this beautiful wall. I'm surprised no Vill fights. Like, if I were Arbiter, I would be like, all right, let me go kill that one villager that's building that wall. Boar coming in for Shadow. I love these walls. Just... At that point, just share a wall, you know? So it's free-for-all. It's not diplomacy, so you can't actually, like, team up with your opponents. But you can kind of team up a little bit, you know? Not in terms of, like, all right, we're just going to kill everyone and then fight each other. That's against the rules. But you are allowed to, like, talk to each other. They're all in a Discord chat. I wish I had it in the recording. I need to next time I do this. Because that just sounds like so much fun. Look at this wall. Oh, my goodness. Ice's setup is beautiful. Ice has the best setup right now. I would not have thought about that wall. I would have walled this way. This wall is gorgeous. Alright, so Ice is up, Sean is up, Shadow's now up. And SammyDiamonds is making some militia here. Only one making military right now. That is a tight base right there. They do need to explore a little bit, though, because like I have everyone's, you know, exploration on, essentially, but they don't see this. They need to explore over on that side and see what they're missing. Like, I don't know if this... let me take this off. Yeah, like, this gate should have just been... if you wanted to wall it up, like, all you had to do was do that there. They're putting a blacksmith there. And the militia might be for early aggression, or it might be more for just to explore a little bit. Now, Paul Parker also has some militia out there, or being made right now. And these guys are next to each other, so Sammy and Parker are going to get in a little bit of a fight. I'm not, with how tight these wood lines are and all the resources are, I'm not sure how much damage you're going to get with these early man-at-arms, but let's see. Sean's adding a spear. Shadow's making scouts, actually. And Sammy trying to go for the early Paul Parker kill. Paul Parker, one of the lower elos. A solid player, but definitely, you know, in this matchup is going to be outgunned by pretty much everyone. We have a fire ship going after Woody's villager. Oh man, he just wants to fish. He just wants to fish. And we have some more fires. in the south here. That's Sharky and Sammy. So Sammy is on water and on land. We have some towers from Parker here. Parker with a nice military. Nice military, a couple of towers. I like getting on stone early. They're playing as the Berbers. 2 Berbers. So Berbers have faster moving vills, which I think for vill fighting or just for like expansion is pretty good. And Paul Parker with the army here. Now I can't really tell if these man-at-arms have arson. If they do, they will take out these buildings pretty fast. And I think that they might, because that building's going down pretty quick. But there's a lot of man-at-arms too. All right, some water fights going on. I think all the fish are just gonna die. I don't think. I played this map a million times. Fishing is overrated. Like, it's good if you can get it, but it's not a game changer like on other maps. Like on regular Nomad, it's a game changer. And I like Parker's got a plan. I like that Parker has a plan. That makes me happy. Shadow's scout is just scouting everywhere. He made 1 scout. That's pretty smart, just to see where everyone's at. Running underneath everyone's TC. Everyone's building towers. Castle Age in for Ice. And Ice is putting a castle up. First one to get a castle. And it's going archery ranges. And Ice is playing as the Dravidian, so we might see some elephant archers. That could be interesting. I wouldn't hate that. I wouldn't hate that one bit. Parker up here doing some damage. And Parker with the tower rush and the man-at-arms. Dude, Parker's balling right now. And Parker has the most villagers as well. That's nuts. I think the most, 33. I don't see anyone else with 33. Sharky has 33 and Ice has 33. Dude, Parker is ballin'. We got the fires. Fires are pretty much, like I said, they're just going to clear up the other fishing ships. And Sharky Tank has won the water. Everyone else has given it up, except for Woody over here. Woody still has a couple of fish. On fish traps, too. Very interesting. Let's see what Woody's base looks like. Woody's getting some walls on stone, has some defensive towers. But now we're going to have Shadow with some cav archers. Honestly, on this map, I kind of like infantry. The way this, like, just how close you are to everything. Like, you don't need the mobility of cav archers. You don't need the mobility of knights. You know, I think infantry would do really well on this kind of a setup. 3 TCs from Sharky. Dude, Sharky has no fear. Sharky's saying no one's going to attack me. I mean, TCs, like, they protect your eco, too. The only issue that you have on a map like this is getting castle dropped. No TC for Sean. Sean has a nice setup, too. Sean outside their initial base, getting a second TC up, has fishing going, has a lot on wood, and Sean has, I was gonna say Sean won the water, but no, Sharky won the water. Yeah, I mean, Sharky's gonna have an incredible eco. And has camels out there. Let's check out back up here. Just some towers fighting some TCs mostly. Parker's army's on this side. Arbiters Son has 10 knights, though, that I think are going to do some destruction. Woody is in trouble, though. Shadow's one of the best players in the lobby, and Shadow is just going to destroy villagers with cav archers. And I don't think Woody has a good answer for that right now. Making skirmishers, which is the right move. Skirmishers and towers would do really well against the cav archers, just to protect yourself while you kind of get to the next age, I guess. Parker has the best army, but is in Feudal Age. Everyone else is in Castle Age. So let's see how that does for him. And these villagers are... Where are these guys going? They're going to these... Yeah, they're going to these bunnies over here, it looks like. Meanwhile, down south... Yeah, Woody engaged a little too early, didn't have the numbers. Get the elite skirmisher upgrade, doesn't have any skirmishers on the field. These villagers are going to go down. Yeah, Woody's in trouble here. Woody's in a tough spot. Needed to wall here, actually. On the left side there. And Sammy's taking a lot of abuse from Parker over here. I don't think necessarily Parker's gonna be able to like kill a whole player, but they are getting some stone walls up on this side though, protect their side, their flank. And Arbiter's Son is just massing up these knights, 12 knights. Sammy's getting some knights out of their own, try to deal with this Parker aggression. Ice going for the castle drop here. I mean, it's a defensive castle and an offensive castle, and we do get elephant archers. Yes, Ice, I love it. I love it. I'm so happy to see elephant archers. They're archers, and they sit on top of elephants. What's not to like? They have 230 HP. They start with six pierce damage. Like, what is not to like about it? Elephant Archer's castle drop on Shadow. And Shadow is over here messing with Woody. We're not thinking about Arbiter on the other side. And you can put these elephants inside of the castle. You can put the elephants inside the castle. Why is this TC? Oh, he's focused over here, Arbiter. So Ice, Arbiter, and Shadow are the top 3 players in this lobby, and they're all right next to each other. And Arbiter says, nope, I'm good. Shadow's TC is getting shot down. It's at 1500 health. Did this TC ever actually built over here? I want to see if there's still... I don't know which one. I think it was this one. Yeah, okay. It actually shows it built now. Thank you, Capture Age. Arbiter really massing up these knights. 13 knights. Who else has a big army? Shadow is just trying to kill Woody. Woody has a defensive castle up, though. Sharky Tank, everyone's kind of leaving Sharky Tank alone. Although, as I say that, Sean's over here. And Sean's trying to castle drop. No. Sharky Tank was trying to get a defensive castle up. That could be a blessing in disguise, because you're better off putting that castle on top of that TC. But Sean and Sharky are going to be in a bit of a 1v1. And the nice thing, so Sharky's going to be pretty safe on this side for now, because Woody has to deal with Shadow for now, at least. Sean has such a huge area. Like, Sean got super lucky with no one going next to him there. Even Sammy is, like, pretty far away. You have to fight both flanks, though, is what's nuts. Ice killing some Arbiters villagers with the camels. Ice is in a really tough spot, though. Sandwiched between Shadow and Arbiter. The only thing is Arbiter, I'm not sure where Arbiter's head is at as far as attacking goes. But they're going to have to defend this. And we have the monks from Ice. Monks are really good with elephants because you can heal them up. And you can also convert these knights over here. Meanwhile, Sharky versus Sean is happening. Mangonels, monks, and crossbow for Sean. So I would say that's one of the most difficult to micro combinations you could possibly have in all of Age of Empires. Mangonels, crossbow, and monks. Like, how high do you think your APM is, Sean? I love you, bro, but how high is your APM that you can do that? And Woody's in a tough spot here. Woody doesn't have a lot of room to expand. You know, let's see what Paul Parker's been up to. Paul dropping a castle on Sammy. Now is Sammy is next to Sean. So Sean and Sammy are not fighting each other. Paul Parker's really putting the pressure on Sammy though. And Arbiter, it looks like they switched into camels. These are camel archers. Ooh, Camel Archers. Do they have a bonus? They must have a bonus against Elephant Archers, right? Why doesn't it show the bonus? Oh, there it goes. No, it doesn't show the bonus. I know that they have a bonus against Cav Archers, so I would assume Elephant Archers are classified as Cav Archers. And Sammy putting up a defensive castle here to not allow Paul Parker to get any farther. But this castle ranges so much. There's so many towers and castles everywhere. Which other fights happening? Who got the castle up? So Sean got the castle up here. This is a really good push for Sean. Sean's expanding their already vast empire. And Shadow is expanding their vast empire right behind Woody. Woody is just like wedged in here. Does have the castle up. What's has only 28 vills. Yeah, Woody's in trouble here. And Parker's still kind of attacking Sammy. And Arbiter is I like what Arbiter's doing, just kind of biding their time. They're not going out of their way to pick fights. But I think you kind of should, because Ice has a really nice eco setup, has a really nice base setup. But I just don't think that Arbiter can get any damage. Stone-walled, towers everywhere. And Shadow's kind of just expanding right behind Woody. Some action on the water. Woody, with the vills in the transport ship. Transport ship's getting attacked by the fires. The villagers are going to have to get out of the transport ship. Where are they going to go? They are just going to the opposite side of the map. Now what do? They are not in friendly territory. Does Sean notice this? Does Sammy notice this? A lumber camp? Sean notices he's going to vill fight this. We're at 37 minutes in. Woody's just trying to find some land, a safe place to go for his villagers. No one wants to take him in. He's gonna go to the tower. He's gonna try to knock down the tower with some villagers. Woody, you madman! And Green notices this. Sammy notices this. Does he? He notices it. He's gonna try to fight these villagers. He's like, what are you guys doing here? I don't watch any fights. I want to see where this is going. I gotta see what's happening. What's the fate of these 5 villagers? They're going under castle fire. They're going underneath the TC. They're trying to find a new home. They're trying. they found nothing in the back. TC is garrisoned. This is so much fun to watch. Oh, villagers are going down. Now they're going underneath the castle fire. Woody he's just trying to hang on for dear life. He just wants a home. Someone take him in. War elephants. I gotta watch this last villager, and the villager's dead. All right, and Woody back at home. He's getting trebbed down. He's not gonna be long for that world. We have Sharky getting trebbed down as well. Ice and Arbiter. Ice is trebbing down Arbiter. Yeah, this is what I didn't like about Arbiter's situation. He didn't have enough room. Needed to fight Ice earlier. I think. It's gonna be tough because I think Ice is gonna try to drop more castles. Yep, we got a castle going up here. Now Paul Parker is trebbing down Sammy. And this castle's gonna go down one more hit, and it's out of there. So Sammy's getting hit over there. Sean is still focused on Sharky. And Sharky's fighting back with some trebs of their own. They only have skirmishers. Meanwhile, Shadow is clearing out Woody slowly but surely. Woody is down to 27 vills, so been able to kind of hold on a little bit. Woody has found a home for his villagers. Arbiter quit. Arbiter quit. Arbiter didn't want that smoke anymore. So Woody has found a good place to go. Maybe Arbiter said that he was going to quit, and Woody saw this. I'm not sure. All right, but the Woody has found a new home though. And this is you get points for placement, so you just got to hang on. Wait, just hang on long enough, see if another team will die. And these are skirms versus skirms, or skirms versus crossbows and skirms. But I like SharkeyTank. I think is in a decent position. And Woody is losing their TC. They have a handful of vills here. Most of their vills have evacuated to this side, but unfortunately for him, Ice is there with his elephant archers, and now Ice is going to be able to push into Paul Parker. Paul Parker, I lost track of a little bit, has expanded to the back. They've been pushing SammyDiamonds pretty hard. They're getting another town center up. They're getting some cavalry stables up. And Woody lost his vill. He's got a couple vills here. He's going for the tower. That's that Woody energy, man. Woody brings the energy. And Sean is working Sharky from this side. And I think Shadow's has to decide which way to push. Shadow can push either Ice or they can push into Sharky. It's really up to them. I mean, pushing Ice is probably the play because Ice is in a really strong position. But do they know that? I mean, yeah, you can see the score, but Sean is a really high score too. At this point, you might not know where everyone is on the map. We have Sammy putting up a castle here. I mean, there's a lot of chaos, a lot of fights. It's mostly kind of like, it's like you're in a crowd of people, like at a concert or something. You're just kind of like elbowing out to make some room for yourself. That's what I feel like this situation is, because you can't really go across the map. You have to just go like to your sides. And Shadow is still clearing out Woody's base. Woody is dead. So Woody lost his last vills or quit. Yes, as they were killed by Shadow. Arbiter was killed by Ice. We knew that. And now Paul Parker is over here. So where is Ice pushing? Is Ice pushing anyone right now? Ice is just enjoying his, like, he worked hard to kill, Arbiter, who's arguably the best player in the game. And now he's just enjoying his retirement over here. He's just expanding into Arbiter's area. Not too worried about fighting at the moment. Just chilling in the back. He's going for Shadow now. So Shadow has been destroying Woody. And now Shadow's got to come back and deal with Ice. And Shadow, how's his eco look? I mean, it's not looking great. He's got just the 1 TC here. He's on 80 vills. Ice is on 66 vills. So Shadow has, the bigger economy. But I think I just like Ice's position, though. He's just got so much room. And Cav Archers versus Elephant Archers? I mean, Elephant Archers win that all day, man. You're talking 280 HP versus 80 HP. Like, this is not even a close fight. You're talking almost 6,000 HP versus 2,600 HP. And that's including the Trebs here. Yeah, I mean, Elephant Archers, Dravidian Elephant Archers just... They're sick. They're sick. Meanwhile, on this side, a TC is getting hit by towers. Yeah, Paul Parker is expanding. Paul Parker needs to use... Oh, and Sammy quit. Sammy's out. So Paul Parker has pretty good room to expand here. 57 vills. So Shadow is the most vills right now. And then Ice with 68. 57 for Paul Parker. 54 for Sean. And 52 for SharkeyTank. So SharkeyTank is getting pushed a little bit by Trebs over here from Sean, but Sean is also, I think, about to fight on this front. So it seems what's happening mostly is players are sort of like winning a fight and then sort of slowly expanding into that other player's base. But this is the fight to watch, I think, right here. And there's just, with the units that Shadow has, there's just no way to win this. He's continuing to make Shadow, Cav Archers, is getting elite skirms. Even with skirms, you need a lot of them to kill this many elephants. 65 kills on these elephants. And just the HP difference is it's just not even close. 2,700 HP versus 7,500 HP. I mean, just how do you kill that many? The only hope he has is if somehow Paul Parker moves in this direction and attacks Ice on that side, which I don't see happening. It looks like Parker wants to expand to the right here. Sean playing as the Byzantines. Byzantines have way more HP on other buildings, so it does take a while to take them out. And Sharky and Sean fighting over here. Yeah, I don't think Sharky's long for this world. This TC's down. One TC left. Has a castle in the back. Yeah, Sharky's just trying to hang on, but it looks like Sharky's going to be the next one out. And the elephants are going back. Is he getting attacked on this side? Doesn't look like it, but playing patiently. Playing pretty patiently. And Sean's just finishing up Sharky. Sharky has moved villagers to the middle island. It's a last man standing situation, so like if you want to hide villagers, it's okay. You know, these villagers have to be killed unless he decides to quit. Some might call that griefing. I mean, I just call it smart, intelligent play. And I think Sharky would agree with me. Sharky, another player who is not super high elo, but very, very, like, has a lot of strats. You know, I think thinks the game through and thinks of the best way to win and does those things. Well, Paul Parker and Sean is trying to fight into Sean a little bit. Sean is pushing, is just finishing off Sharky over here. And Sharky's going to hide these vills for as long as they can. And they're just going as many cannons, as much army, or as much navy as they can to try to keep these villagers alive. It's a strat. It's a strat. You love to see it. That's the cool thing about this game, like AoE, just in general. Just let me just take a moment here. Is that AoE you can play in so many ways, and you know, just depending on like the rules of the game, you can do different things. Now, Shadow is massing up their army. They do have a good amount of skirmishers now. You know, 44 skirmishers. And we have 33 elephant archers here. You know, with the skirmishers added there, I think that the elephant archers are, like, they would win that fight, but they would take a lot of damage, right? Now, you could, in theory, set up trade with a dead enemy if they have a market up. The elephant archers I think are stuck back here. I don't think these trebuchets can get in there. But elephant archers are tanky, but if you lose a lot to skirmishers, you know, is the juice worth the squeeze, right? But Shadow's getting pushed very shortly, I think, from Sean. Sean, like, is probably wondering where Sharky is and if they're dead. Now Sean's diverting their attention. There is some trade going on. Hold on, there is some trade going on. They're trading with Sammy's market. Sammy's been dead for a little bit. Yeah, so Sean has diverted their attention. They probably see that Shadow and Ice are fighting, or at least knows that Shadow's not really fighting them. And I like this adding the skirmishers for Ice here is really, really smart. Because skirms counter everything that Shadow's made, and then you have these crazy elephants. And yeah, Shadow needs to get into position here. I just don't think Shadow has an answer for these elephants. Like, you need to go full skirm, but even full skirm, I feel like it trades well, but doesn't actually win. And you would need so many production buildings, which, I mean, it's got a decent amount. Got 8. 8 is a decent amount. And Sean is looking at Paul Parker and thinking, how can he kill him? Yeah, I think Sharky's gonna get second place. Like, no one has any navy. No one's even thinking about the middle right now. Like, oh, wait a second. Dravidian Thericidai. Look at that shit. That's a beautiful ship. Dude, that thing is gorgeous. So he's making that to kill the Trebs from behind. Oh my goodness. That is a beautiful looking ship. And Sean is pushing through to Paul Parker. I like that too, because that lets him, if he can kill Parker here, which I think he can. He definitely has the army for it. Parker does not have hardly any army, some camels, that's it. So if you can kill Parker, then at that point, you can definitely like push Ice from the other side. And then you and Shadow can kill Ice, and Shadow will be weak. That's my thought. They guys are in a chat together, so they could in theory be talking about how to do that. And Cannon Gal, uh-oh. So Ice made these ships not to kill Sharky. Dude, Sharky, I love, this is big brain behavior right here. But these Cannon Galleons, they outrange all these towers, so these towers aren't going to do any good. I think the towers might have been a mistake. I think you should have just hid here, because now you're giving yourself up, Sharky. You're letting everyone know where you're at. And Sean is just wiping Paul Parker here. Yeah, I mean, Parker's just going to get wiped, it looks like. These Trebs and Onagers. Onagers are... So Shadow's smarter than me, because I didn't think about Onagers. But Onagers are going to do really well against the elephants. And Onagers plus these skirmishers. I think Ice needed to push this a little earlier. I think would have been the play. I think Ice let Shadow kind of make the comp. And a player like Shadow, they're just too smart. Like, I wouldn't have made Onagers. If I made them, I couldn't control Onagers, Trebs, Cav Archers, and Skirmishers. Like, I'm not controlling all of that. But Shadow is good enough that he can. And I don't know, the only answer for that really is your own Onagers or Siege Onagers and or bomber cannons. I'm not sure if Dravidians get bomber cannons. Yeah, now Ice has, I mean, Ice has something to worry about here. Still has a good setup, has a good base, but has something to worry about here. And I think Parker wasn't planning defensively very much. I think they started trading. They were thinking about the late game. Good thought. Look at, hang on, let me just, this is, like, look at the mini-map. Like, this is all, this whole right side of the map is Sean right now. Like, that's crazy. And Shadow is expanding, like, towards Sean as well at the same time. And now I'm liking Shadow's position here. I'm liking Shadow's position. And I like Sharky's position too. Where are his villagers? Oh, they're just chilling here. They probably put them inside a tower. Probably wouldn't be bad. And someone has to come on land. Someone has to come on water and try to take this from Sharky. Is there any way Sharky can get back on land? Like, is there a way they could sneak like one villager to build a town center or something? I don't know. And let me look at their resources. They have 390 wood, 105 food, 2 gold, and 35 stone. They are getting wood somewhere. Hold on, hold on. Where are their villagers? Wait a second. Wait. Oh, he's got a little sneak base back here. Okay. So somehow Sharky is planning for the late game and has a little bit of food or wood income at least. And they have fishing ships too. So these onagers, I mean, they don't... Ice doesn't really have a good answer for the onagers right now. There's only 4 of them. One just... Oh, bomber cannons. Yes. Okay. Yeah, if Dravidians didn't get bomber cannons, I think, honestly, Shadow wins this. This bomber cannon is the key to the game. I have market events off, but I'm sure these guys are using their market like crazy. And Sean's still here. Sean is... pushing through to try to kill the rest of Paul Parker. Paul Parker is running some camels over here. They're not going to have good luck in that direction, though. And yeah, now that those onagers are dead, this should be an easy fight for Ice, but he doesn't have that many numbers left. 20 skirmishers. He's down to 18 elephant archers. And I don't know how good... I mean, I think gold has run out. Let's see if there's any gold on this map. Where's the resources on it? There it is. Resources on the map. Yeah, there's 1,200 gold left on the map. Is that gold or stone? I don't remember. That's stone. Yeah, okay, so this is gold. Yeah, so 1,200 gold, 830 stone left on the map. Not including any trade that they're doing. And Shadow and Ice going at it over here. Dude, now I'm looking at this, I think Sharky might win this game. Like, Sharky's not gonna let anyone build any docks. And this little sneak base here, they're out of wood now though, so you can't really build any more ships without wood. The fish traps will run out eventually. And Paul Parker still has some units back here. And some units over here. It's just a matter of Sean figuring it out. This was a TC from Paul Parker. I think he just put it up. But Ice's vills are knocking it down. And Ice and Shadow, man, this is like a slugfest over here. I think Ice is in trouble, though, to be honest. I mean, Paul Parker should be dead, but somehow hanging in there. I think Sean is not real, like just doesn't have vision over here. They need to figure out that Paul Parker's back there. You know, outpost would go a really long way. But Sean is actually pushing, well, going to this town center, but they're gonna go right into Ice. And Shadow quit. Hold on. I didn't see Shadow quit. I don't know why Shadow quit. I mean, maybe they just thought it was GG, but I mean, Sean has a huge military. I mean, Shadow could have. I mean, maybe they didn't want to grief, but like they could have held on way longer. So I'm not sure what happened there. But that gives Ice the freedom. That gives Ice a lot of freedom to expand. Sean's on this side now, so. And Paul Parker is up here. This gives Ice a chance. Ice has a chance to kind of just reset, figure this out. Sean with a crazy expansion. And now Sean is building a bomber tower. I like the bomber tower because that just, you can kill the buildings that are left over, you can kill whatever's left over there, and you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to like pay attention to it. Because you know this player is pretty much dead, you just have to finish them. Then you can really focus on your military. But speaking of though, where is the rest of Sean's military? And Ice has elephant archers. Built a stable. I wonder if that's just to like to get husbandry or bloodlines or something. Like just didn't have it the whole time. And that's a possibility. Dude, skirmishers are like, I feel like they're the best unit in the game. Nothing beats skirmishers. Everyone here was going archers for some reason. And skirmishers, you can make them forever. When the gold runs out, the gold runs out. You know, unless you're setting up trade. Dude, Sean's expansion on this map is insane. Sean has basically half of the map to themselves. But Ice is pushing this back. Ice is pushing this back. I don't see how you kill Sean, though. I also don't see how you kill Sharky. Sharky's got... I mean, these villas here, like, Sharky can move them. Now that Shadow's quit, like, you know Shadow's base should be pretty much empty. The other thing, too, is, like, how much wood is on this map right now? 20k wood. 20k wood, but where is it? It's mostly up here, where Paul Parker's base is. There's 8k wood on the screen here. I mean, wood is run out. This is just a Sean versus Ice and SharkeyTank and Paul Parker just kind of hanging on. I really want to see. Okay, these villas have moved. They used to be over here. Now they're over here. But the castle is here still, so you can't expand that way. Yeah, it's really just a matter of resources now. There's just not any resources left on this map. Like, it's insanity. There's just not enough resources left on the map. And I like the bomber cannons, trying to just finish whatever's left of Paul Parker here. Skirm versus Skirm. And we have some light cav like how we're going on an exploratory mission. They're gonna run into a bunch of bomber cannons, our bomber towers and bomber cannons. Some halbs coming out though. Sean's really paying attention. Sean's a gamer. Sean sees what's going on, and these are being microed. The split micro from Ice. Ice wants to see what he's working with here. He just wants to get some vision onto Sean to see how he can defeat this. I don't think you can. I don't think that you can defeat this. And that cleared those up. There's not a lot of gold in the map, so you can't really like afford spies, right? Stone has run out. There's 349 gold. No idea where it is. No, it could be in trade even, I think. I'm not sure. These guys are at a stalemate. Like, I don't even know what to say right now. This guy's just at a stalemate. Paul Parker's almost full dead. Paul Parker is like, you ain't killing me. He's got 4 vills left. And Paul Parker goes down. And we got the little spears doing spear things. So it's Sharky in the middle. This is the situation. We have Sharky in the middle. We've got some fish traps. Sharky has some villagers over here who I don't know where they went, and I don't know what they can do. Sean is expanding in this area as well. Oh, did they kill Sharky's villagers or no? Can't tell. And Ice is at 17 military. Ice is trading. I mean, that's the move. Ice is trading with the dead shadow base. Yeah, I can see why we need to do like sudden death or regicide. Because you get into these late game stalemates that are just tough to figure out. And we have Sean's villagers. These Hussar are trapped here. Why don't you kill the stable? I don't know if these villagers can kill as many Hussar though. 30 villagers and 16 Hussar. Hussar's gonna win that. These Hussar are like trapped here though. They can't get out. They can't do anything. And Sean has not been able to expand on the map, so Sean is once Sean loses these buildings, like they're dead. His trade's gonna go down. Not Sean, I mean Ice. Once Ice loses these buildings and these vills. And the Hussar clear this out. It's too unfortunate that the Hussar is stuck here. Oh, he deleted it. That was smart. Try to get the Hussar free. Sean's building a wonder. And there's Wonder Victory is on. Wonder Victory is on. So, I mean, Sean's going to win that. I don't think anyone's going to be able to stop that. Probably should have built that a long time ago. That's why we put Wonder Victory on. So that you can end these games when you're that far ahead. Or if you have a good strat. Like me and Mighty Mosaic had in our Wonder Victory against I believe it was against Vulcan Loop and Eater Events and Boston and Shang and I forgot who else was in that lobby, but the other two I think they were dead at that point. And you know, we just big brained them and wondered them, and that was it. I wonder if it'll go up. Not a lot of villagers building it. And they called it GG, so... yeah, Sean was going to win that. So it should go... So Sean, Ice, and then Sharky and then Paul Parker, Shadow, Arbiter, Sammy, and Woody, I think? No, Woody got second to last. I don't remember exactly. But GG, I'll put up on the screen what the actual result was. And thanks for watching. I'm going to get more videos out to you. We're going to have a lot more of these games coming, so I hope you enjoy it. See ya.